taking a look at some vintage pictures on the internet. Hey everyone, it's VM Campos. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Did you know you can find some really cheeky pictures on the internet if you look hard enough? This video is going to be a bit of a different departure to my usual videos. I'm usually making videos about comic books and magic cards. You know, those things that'll really help you land a mate. Nothing drops the panties faster than showing off your collection of 3,000 comic books. And nothing will make him flex like showing off your collection of Commander decks. Who needs a mate when you've got CD-ROM technology? I'm going to show you this fascinating thing I found on the internet, full of pictures for those long, lonely nights. Spoiler alert, this video is somewhat NSFW, but before you watch it at work, you might want to preview it for yourself a bit. And if you like the content, don't forget to click that like button here on YouTube. Better yet, click that thanks button on YouTube. It's even better than the like button, I swear. Let's get on with the video. Alright, let's start the video off by going to eBay for a moment. Now, check the description to jump to the various chapters if you want to jump to the good stuff. But here, I did an eBay search, vintage CD-ROMs. So this video is going to be about looking at some vintage software that you can get online, but I don't want to pay $40 for FE Vintage, 1995 FX Fighter, the ultimate PC fighting game, PC CD-ROM, game new. Or vintage Hasbro Interactive Candyland Adventure CD-ROM complete. Anyway, you can find a lot of amazing vintage software out on, hey, there's the original EverQuest, wow. Or what about Passion Poker, ultra rare software, vintage 96. I'm getting so distracted. So you can find a lot of great stuff by searching on eBay, Earthworm Jim, vintage PC CD-ROM, disc only, tested mint disc, $14.99. You also need a DVD drive to play them because many computers don't even come with CD-ROMs anymore. Thanks, Apple. Well, here's what we're going to do. Instead of putting out cold hard cash for these physical trinkets, we can go to archive.org. Have you heard of this website before? This is keeping track. This is archiving various digital assets throughout our digital history. Because if you think about it, we can still read the stone tablets from Sumeria 5,000 years ago. We can still read the papyrus scrolls of Egypt from 3,000 years ago. But what about our digital assets? What about our USB drives, CD-ROM drives, Blu-ray discs? What about all that digital stuff? Does that have the permanence of what the ancients had? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows if some electromagnetic wave will just wipe out the world's digital assets. Well, never mind, society will collapse. We won't even be able to enjoy this stuff anymore. But archive.org is attempting to archive all of this great stuff. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over to software. And we have a variety of categories such as MS-DOS. You can go here and look at 21,000 different MS-DOS software. Here we have it in a variety of collections. How about MS-DOS games? There's 8,000 items over here. Hey, you can get the original Doom, Prince of Persia, Mortal Kombat, etc. What is this? Toei Acid game? Oh, okay, this is a classic CGA type of game. You can even play it here. Okay, we're not going to get distracted by that. We got other things to look at. Monica's Tic-Tac-Toe. Whoa. The Amazing Spider-Man, CD-ROM, The Simpsons. Okay, so Penthouse, hot numbers. Yes, I'm getting very distracted. Now, what I wanted to look at was, if we go back over to software, go to all software, we can do some bit of searching over here, and I'm going to reveal to you a fascinating CD-ROM just brimming with gorgeous images. All you have to do is go over here and search for butts. We get 27 results. Okay, lots of cool stuff over here. SpongeBob SquarePants for some reason. But here's what I'm looking for. World's Best Butts. From 1995, here's a CD-ROM, long forgotten, that is just full of cheeky images, scoured from the nascent internet. Now, sidebar here. Let me rant for a moment. I hate it when people say, yeah, back before we had the internet. Yeah, back in the early 2000s, back in the 90s. We've had the internet since the 60s. Maybe you mean before you got conscious of being online, but we've had the internet forever. Maybe you mean the World Wide Web. We've had the World Wide Web since 1989. So whenever you talk about before the internet, check yourself, okay? The internet's been around here before you, and the internet will be here after you. Back to the show. So 1995, this was even before Windows 95, that big revolutionary software out there. So anyway, the world's best butts, 1995. Here's a CD-ROM full of images. It's got one review from Al Hadis. Subject: couldn't find mine on there. This is clearly not a collection of world's best butts. 0 out of 10. Haha, really funny, random internet person. Now, after you watch this video, I implore you to go to the archive.org and find this CD-ROM and give your own review. Mention me if you'd like, and give your opinion about this amazing work of art, this amazing work of CD-ROMitude that I'm about to show you here. So this has been downloaded 4,000 times by 203 perverts. Actually, let's make that 4,204 perverts, because all you have to do is just click download the ISO and it's going to download. It's 186 megabytes. We'll wait for that to download in a moment and we'll check it out. It's got 9 favorites. And this is what archive.org is all about. You can go in here and find just a variety of fascinating software that has been archived for all posterity. All right, switching over here, it downloaded. We have the world's best butts.iso. This is a disk image. Okay, all I need to go do is find a blank CD-ROM over here so I can burn it. Wait a minute, I haven't had blank CD-ROMs in decades. So how am I even gonna see the contents of this image? No problem. In today's modern Windows 10, Windows 11, and I guess on the Mac you can do it too, there is a way to actually just simply mount the disk. You can right-click, for example. We have there mount. All right, so that's what's going to do it. It's going to kind of load the CD onto my computer, and here it is. I can see here that we've got a CD-ROM that I just inserted into my drive, 185 megs of goodness. This is what we're going to do. We're going to spend some time looking at this classic content. Now, first of all, there is a GoBat and an svga.exe file. If I double-click that GoBat, we get an error because the software is not 64-bit compatible. I've got a modern computer. It's 64-bit, of course, so the software doesn't even run. Well, all that it's really trying to do is run the svga player /a. Okay, well, we can do that. Let's just run it directly. And again, this app can't run on your PC. And even if you right-click it and go to properties and do the sort of compatibility and say, hey, pretend you're in Windows 95, even that won't exactly work for some reason. So we're not going to be able to use that software in this way. I have other ways. I can run DOSBox. I'm a hacker. I know what I'm doing. But that's got some old ancient software that says 1993. This software is even older than some of you watching this video. Okay, what else do we have here? A folder called Viewers, and there's a whole bunch of different viewers to view images. Back in the day, there wasn't one standard way to view an image. You had a variety of them, as we're seeing here. Randomly just picking, what is this, PEP13, full of a bunch of chapters, and what is even this? Chapter 1. Is this a PEP is picture editing package? Okay, so like an ancient Photoshop, I guess. It's got a huge, I wasn't expecting this. I hadn't looked through everything on the disk yet. But yeah, here's like some ancient software, ancient picture editing software. And so, okay, that'll be something to check out later. That might be a cool follow-up to this video, just checking out this old extinct software. Neo Paint 2.1. Graphics editing software. Just out of curiosity, what's the largest thing here? 636K? Wow, that's huge back in the day. Compared to the smallest Vero 121, just some simple software. Anyway, we got a bunch of viewers, but here's what you're coming here for. You want to look at these folders called butts. Butts 0, 1, 2, all the way up to 9. So no matter if you call them butts, fannies, booties, or whatever you like to call them, we've got a bunch of them to check out here in this CD-ROM from 1995. So we're going to go look at some classic artwork from back in the 90s. Just start with the very first one, butts 01. Everything's in GIF format. Everything has a maximum of 256 colors. So as we can see here, we can like right-click that one, properties. We will see here details. It's a 640 by 480 8-bit graphic from 1992. And so we're going to see the feminine form in 256 colors of glory. Let's open the first one, Butts01 from 1993. Okay, so do not adjust your screen. This image is tiny, and what I'm seeing is a lot. Way more than I would have thought from simply the world's best butts. You kind of see everything. Okay, let's go on to the next one. What about butts number 2? This is from 1991. Now, what's fascinating about this collection is that some of these have some text. Yeah, let's zoom in on a few of these. Since Blondie's got the best tail end we've ever seen, we're giving you a second chance to take it all in. So, yep, this is a lot, and a lot of images in 256 colors, just tiny images of the time 80s and 90s styles, glamour shots of a bygone age. What's fascinating about looking all of these pictures is, yes, the ladies look very nice, but these remnants of things that are long gone. Data Shack BBS. Do you even know what a BBS is? Tell me in the comments if you do, before I tell you, of course. And then a phone number here, 914-961-7032. I implore you to call that phone number, tell him VM Campo sent you, and ask this lovely lady out on a date. Now, a BBS is a bulletin board system. It's, again, the early part of the internet. The internet has existed since the 60s, but a BBS would be a place where you would call in with your modem. You would connect with your internet-enabled computer with the modem, connecting to a landline, connecting to a digital forum. It's like Reddit before Reddit. And depending on the power of the BBS, you can have like 3 people connected at once. So you'd call that phone number on your modem, chat with a bunch of other perverts, I mean art lovers, and exchange images like this. This one is subtitled Built. Okay, let's look at a couple more over here. Jump over just to randomly. How about Butts number 61 from 1992? And yeah, so why is half the image just blank? Did it have to be a specific size to get uploaded? I don't know. And this is obviously a very artistic and very realistic depiction of what women do when you're not looking. And then do we have a butt 69? Yes, of course we do. Let's check out this nice picture here. So again, this is fascinating. This is the original file name of this image. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you noticed, it's exactly 8 characters. Back in the day, in the world of DOS, you would have the 8.3 schema. All file names had to be 8 characters long and then a .3 extension. And this is it, ap-ba-06.gif 8.3. Wow, that really takes me back. But anyway, here we have a 3 for 1. And again, why is there so much empty space on some of these images? This is just taking away the enjoyment of these classic images. And you can tell these images are classic because of the hairstyles. Well, not all of them are simply named butts. We've got a bunch of other ones over here like Nasty One. Uh-oh, what are we going to see here? Let's look at Nasty One from 1992, April 1st, 1992. Actually, many of these say April 1st. That's interesting. Nasty1.gif. This is even smaller than every one I've seen so far. This is black and white. And then if we try to zoom in here, okay, it's kind of interesting that even zoomed in 300-400%, we can still kind of get some good results, get some good detail. And this looks like it's a screen capture from some old home movie or something. And what are we looking at here? RNE, phone number 216-726-2620, and another one. It says 33 lines. So to my knowledge, what that means is 33 people can connect at once to this BBS and chat with each other, check their email, check the news, pass around some works of art. 32 other perverts at once, including you. What else do we have here? Wet, NL16. And so on the side here, night log imaging with a phone number, 408 area code. And yeah, these bubbles floating around, very artistic. This just feels so 90s, so classic, so late 80s. As we saw from the variety of images, some of them are really in your face, and some of them are a little bit more subtle. This is the only one I can show without any censoring. So we have WJSJP55.GIF, Weird Science BBS, Node 1, 2, 3, 4, Node 1 and 2 are 2400s, and Node 3 is a USR dual stand. Is that dual stand or dual band? Anyway, so 2400 bits per second, 2400 baud was a speed, and this is so slow you can't even understand it, how slow that would be. There were slower speeds, of course, 300 baud, and then by the beginnings of broadband and fast internet speeds, we got up to 56K, which is 56,000 kilobits per second. This was 2400 bits per second, so extremely slow. This is featuring 2.3 gigabytes of files, over 23,000 online. Over 30 doors? Yeah, that parlance, I don't quite remember what doors means. If any old timers remember what does they mean by 30 doors in a BBS, tell me in the comments. Over 4,000 adult files. So they got 23,000 of them, 4,000 of them are adult, so the rest are what, pirated wares and stuff? Who knows what the rest are? Custom scanning and digitization available. So you will send them your Polaroids that you and your boyfriend made, and then they'll scan it for you and send it back in 256 color glory and keep a copy for themselves, I suppose. Adult Echo, mail conferences. Again, some of this parlance I don't quite understand or remember it from back in the day. Adult Echo, mail conferences. Okay, free extended access for ladies. You have to prove you're a lady and you get extended access. They're going to extend their access to you, ladies. All right, so this folder has 118 images. Let's jump to another one. Butts number 5. This one's got 98 items, and this one is lace.gif. Very classy, 1992. Yep, extremely classy. Just some beautiful lace happening in this image. Just classic hairstyle. And those linens, those pillows and such look actually really comfortable. We got a bunch of these marked as Lady R207, 210, and this is Garlic Graphics. So just a very fancy font over here, probably actually handmade, not even a real font. And just looking wistfully out the window, I'm sure they're supposed to be kind of getting the sense of, yes, it's raining. So here I am lounging at home pretty much naked, tanned, and it's rainy. But actually, if you look at the bottom, that's kind of like just dripping, like they just splashed water at the top there to make it look rainy. And then very artistic. Thank you, Garlic Graphics. Here we have Lady R572, another Garlic production. Washing the car as you do, topless with a thong, and there's the phone number 408-847-0665 USR HST. That's a US Robotics HST. I don't remember what HST stands for. Tell me in the comments. So yeah, lots and lots and lots of images. We have about 1,000 of them because what I did was I loaded up the disk in Adobe Bridge and just had it scan the whole disk, and it tells me that there are 1,000 GIF images, 51 zips. Those are the various viewers, an executable and a batch file. And here we can see them in various other organizations, such as there's 13 square images. We can see them right here. I think this is as big as I can show them right here before getting demonetized. So a bunch of square images. Now, as for this one, you're not going to win the marathon like that. You're not going to win the marathon like that. Very unrealistic. We have these various other aspect ratios. 16 by 9. So we have, okay, so some vertical, some horizontal images. 16 by 9, but don't get too excited. These are not actually going to really be big enough to be displayed on your HD monitor, because this is only 690 by 402 resolution. It'll just be this particular size. And there's one over here of 21 by 9. So it's just a really, really tall image. Now what's funny is that Bridge over here thinks these are animations, and they play. They're almost playing. It's getting confused. All right, so other things we can look at are by the date. If you look at date created, then we see them in a variety of years over here. So 3 from 1991, The newest is 1994. That was a Christmas present, I suppose. So there's 3 from 91. Here they are over here. So these are the oldest ones at the moment. We've got a triple image over here, Eros M2.gif. And then the newest ones, these are just the folder structures. This leads me to believe that the exact day that this CD-ROM was created was December 26, 1994. This is just a fascinating thing to travel back in time, just about 30 years later. All right, what about over here? There's one image from 94. Okay, that's the GoBat file. I guess 93 here is the last example. These are all of the viewers. Okay, interesting. And then we go back to 8/28/93. That's the player. Then we go to this 93, and here is just a blank image. I don't think that's anything at all interesting. All right, so if you go to 3/17/93, this is the very last image that was part of this CD-ROM. What do we have here? Via Nick's Picks Windy City with a phone number. And yeah, so once again, call them and tell them VM Campos sent you. You want to talk to this lovely lady over here with her belt of pearls. Wow, the styles of the day. And most of these are from April 1st, 1992. So California beach bums, and it's all cropped, all wrong right there. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you. Browsing a very interesting portion of the internet, some ancient times. If you want the whole archive yourself, go over to archive.org and search just like I did and get a copy for yourself to get your very own CD-ROM of World's Best Butts. And that was the video. What have I done? I've revealed to you the good old days of the internet when you can get everything on CD-ROM, when everything was a 256 color paradise, when you used to dial into BBSs with 36 lines on 9600 modems. Yeah, the good old days. Thank you, archive.org. And I'd like to hear from you. What fun, weird corners of the internet have you found at archive.org? Tell me in the comments. Did you have this CD or anything like it back in the day? Are you curious for a bygone time that you weren't even a part of? I hear that's becoming a big thing nowadays. Zillennials pining for the 90s before they were even born. The 90s were amazing, kids. Don't get me wrong, but you just had to be there. And so if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell, battle the Minotaur, do all that good stuff. Better yet, click that thanks button here on YouTube. Here's a brand new thing. You can click thanks, give me a few bucks, and thank me for this video, because I'm sure you enjoyed it if you stuck it out this far. I would really appreciate it. It helps keep me funded, it helps keep me motivated, it helps more videos coming out for you to enjoy. We'll be getting back to the panty-dropping content as usual very soon. This has been VM Campos, and I'll see you in the next video.